I'm Kate Hahn with TV Insider, and we are here with the cast of CBS sitcom Mom on their set in Los Angeles.
Bonnie alcoholic, Marjorie alcoholic,
Tammy alcoholic.
It's been wonderful to see a show that can find comedy in such a serious topic about addiction and recovery, and watch the friendships that have formed as these women get together in this 12-step group. Now, at the center of this group is Bonnie Plunkett, played by Allison Janney, and we've always found Bonnie to be so relatable because she's trying to be a good person, but she's got that selfishness creeping in all the time. So, Allison, could you talk about what Bonnie was like when we first met her and how these women have changed her over time?
That's a great question. When we first met Bonnie, she was pretty much a hot mess, a narcissist, self-involved, dishonest, impulsive, and basically getting sober by a nudge from the judge, as they say, just to get close to her daughter. And because this is a show about people being in recovery, it's so unusual. It's so unique about Mom that you get to actually see these characters make huge changes in their lives. And you see Bonnie's journey from starting where, the hot mess to someone who's done a lot of work on herself and has become someone who has a better relationship to herself and because of that, better relationships with her friends and her husband and her daughter. And it's been a great journey to take with her. But she's still got her impulsive and qualities and selfishness. It's still there. It comes up.
And Jamie, you have had some romances, and you've also had a deep desire. Your character Jill Kendall, she's a rich socialite. She has everything, but she doesn't have kids. So tell us about what Jill's deepest desires are. And we know by the time this airs, just so you know, we will know that she's pregnant. So tell us about that journey for Jill.
The first part of the question you answered already, which is basically her biggest desire throughout all 7 years that she's been a part of the show, is to be a mother. And she's tried and tried again and failed miserably every time. And luckily had all of her girls around her to support her and help her get through it. But yeah, now that she's actually pregnant and has a healthy pregnancy, I think it changes everything for her, because it does also show that in sobriety, you have a lot of ups and downs. You have a lot of downs, even when you get sober. But being able to persevere and have your support group there for you to help you get through all the tough stuff, in the end, your life does get better. And she's pregnant and she's with the love of her life. I think, I think it's happy for everybody, and hopefully the fans are happy about it too.
Well, there's another great foster child story, and that is between Bonnie Plunkett and Tammy Diffendorf, played by you, Kristen Johnston. You came on later in the show, and you came on with quite a bang with a prison riot. Can you describe Tammy when we first met her?
Well, I would say she was rather one note because I didn't really understand who she was yet. As the writers figured out who she was, I started to learn, that she's innocent and sort of naive and actually just about the nicest character I've ever gotten to play. And just a real sweetheart. Describe
Marjorie and describe how she sees these other women, because she always seems to come in with some good advice.
Well, I think she sees the other women as facets of what she was and has gone through and is. I think that's the whole secret to being a recovery veteran, is that you not only do you get past judging other people, but you actually see yourself in everybody. And once you've started to be able to forgive yourself, you can forgive everybody else, their stuff too.
Wendy is often the butt of jokes, as somebody that maybe not everyone's paying attention to, but she's, throughout the season, we've learned she's actually a member of Mensa. She can be a badass ER nurse. That time Christy was in the hospital with pneumonia, she wasn't taking it. So tell us a little bit about her and her role in this group.
I think her role in the group is probably just to be a friend and whatever anyone needs and whatever anyone has to say, she'll either usually agree, but She's come a long way from Weeping Wendy.
Anything that you kind of want to close with as you reflect on this show wrapping up after all these seasons? And Allison, I'll start with you.
What I want to talk about the show I'm most proud of is what we've done to put a spotlight on recovery and how we've shown people that it's possible. I think a lot of people have looked at, just from the reaction I get from fans saying how it's made them look at addiction in a different way in themselves or for their families, and it shows you that it's not scary. It shows you what it looks like and maybe makes it more approachable to people. And I'm really proud of that. And then definitely one of the biggest messages that Mom puts out is that you don't have to go through anything alone. And I think that's a pretty important message right now. So
Everybody, the series finale of Mom airs May 13th on CBS at 9 o'clock.